Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Thank you for joining me and thank you for your continued support. Right, so the Prime Minister wants to press ahead with plans to allow or to lower the voting age to 16 so that 16 and 17-year-olds will be allowed to vote. Now this has caused a little bit of uncertainty among MPs, some of which are saying that they're not sure whether 16 and 17-year-olds should be allowed to vote, and some saying whether it would actually be not necessarily any good for the 16 and 17-year-olds to vote. A lot of people are saying that the turnout for voters of that age would be very low. Now, of course, it's difficult to say exactly what the turnout would be because there isn't a lot of evidence or data to back this up. However, there are a couple of things which, in my mind, would kind of be a little bit uncertain as to whether 16 and 17-year-olds being able to vote would be any good. The first of all is the fact that the government have themselves said that a lot of young people around this age are not working. They're choosing not to work. They want to go onto like job seekers allowance or other benefits rather than go into work. So that means that they are, as the government has said, economically inactive. You've also got the situation whereby there are articles going around saying that this particular generation of young people are see work as a bit of a chore, or see work as something that hasn't got the background to it that it had for previous generations. In the past it was all about going to work, earning money and various things like that, whereas this generation isn't quite as important to them according to certain articles. Now you can let me know down in the comment section whether you agree with that or not. You've also got the situation whereby even though 16 and 17-year-olds can go and join the army and they can work and various other things, do they have the knowledge available to allow them to make an informed decision? Now, I know that when I was that age, 16, 17 years old, I didn't really know a huge amount about politics. It didn't really bother me. All I was interested in was going out, earning some money, and then buying things I wanted. Sorry, that's my dog in the background. So I wasn't really interested in politics when I was 16 or 17 years old. Are 16 and 17-year-olds now any more interested in politics than they were before? I would argue perhaps not, perhaps even slightly less. And then you've got the argument of which of these parties would young people be attracted to. Now, apparently, again, going by polls and things like that, the main parties, like the ones that are usually traditionally the ones that are in government, are becoming less and less appealing to younger voters. So you've got things like Reform are now actually starting to pick up a few people of a younger age group, and the Green Party and things like that. So even if Labour do allow 16 and 17-year-olds to vote, there's no guarantee they're going to vote Labour. In fact, there's no guarantee they're going to vote Conservative either, or Liberal Democrat. So there are a lot of questions arising around this situation. But I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comment section. Firstly, do you think that 16 and 17-year-olds should be allowed to vote? And if you do think they should, what do you think will happen in terms of the voting themselves? Do you think that the younger voters will go for parties like Reform, or for the Green Party, or for the more radical parties, perhaps the ones who are a little bit more anti-establishment? Or do you think that actually Labour and the Conservatives could actually pick up a few votes from the younger voters? I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comment section. Please do subscribe if you've got this far, and I'll see you next time.